If I only told you Donald Trump spoke at the White House Black History event, that alone would be enough for you to say that was probably really, really wacky. And you would be right. Donald Trump spent most of his speech on during the White House's Black History event, naming Black people he knows, talking about how he's definitely not a racist, and also just bragging about non sequiturs. Trump starting his Black History Month event by ranting about his forthcoming ballroom.
This is a nice full room. You know, we have a ballroom being built right now. So in about a year and a half, we'll be able to have about, I'd say, 10 times the number. You can invite some friends that couldn't make it today because, frankly, this was a sold-out crowd, has been ever since I've been president every year.
You know, it's funny. This ballroom, it started as a $100 million project, and then it became a $300 million project. And it started as this is going to take 6 to 12 months from when they started to it's going to take 18 more months from today. Trump totally incoherent and unintelligible, both on the timing and cost of the ballroom, but also just going beyond that. Trump dumping in, he can't resist. He just can't help himself, talking about how they cheated on the election. We won by millions of votes. He's talking, I think, about 2020. He just can't control himself.
Black History Month also, as you know, this year we'll also be celebrating the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. And the good thing, when they cheated on the election, they made me wait 4 years. And because I waited 4 years, I get the 250th year. I get the Olympics, which I was the one that got it. And I get the World Cup. So I got the World Cup, and I said, you know, it's too bad before all this nonsense took place. I said, it's too bad. I got the World Cup to come here. Johnny, another Johnny, we got the World Cup. It was fantastic. The head of it, one of the great people. And
Right.
I said, the only bad part is I won't be in office because my 4 years will be up. This would have been the more traditional route. And then they cheated on the election, and I said, now we won by so much. We won by millions of votes, but they cheated. It was during a COVID period, and they cheated. And we did it again, and we made it too big to rig. Too big.
He just can't stop. He just can't stop. That election is now almost 6 years ago. And he just can't acknowledge, I just lost. I then came back and won, but I lost. Trump talking about individuals that he has sprung from prison, including those he believes unfairly convicted, but he can't help himself. He says they tried to get me with a fake phone call.
2 years. I said, 22 years. And right, Alice? And come on up here, Alice. Come on up. I said, 22 years, and she was on a phone call. This was over a phone call. I know about fake phone calls too, Alice, you know, remember? They tried to get me in a fake phone call. But Alice was in jail for like 22 years. I said,
Yeah. So anyway, Alice Johnson is a woman who was after serving 21 years in prison. Trump granted her, was it a pardon or commutation? He granted her, I guess it was a commutation. Oh, and a pardon. He granted her both. And now she is Trump's pardon czar and recommends people for Trump to pardon. Okay. The crowd starting to chant 4 more years for Donald Trump.
we love Leo. Thank you, Leo. That was very good. Yeah, 4 more years.
And then Trump going into, in order to prove how just not racist he is, the least racist person anyone could ever know. Trump going through a list of a number of people. We won't do all of them, but he says Nicki Minaj is great, and her nails are great, and her skin is really, really cool.
Soldiers? Good stuff, right? From jazz to the blues. That you know, that you do get recognition for. Jazz, the blues, from rock and roll to rap. Black artists like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters. How about Nicki Minaj? Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right? I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, more importantly.
Nicki Minaj is a black person Trump knows and likes. Herschel Walker is another one that Trump knows and likes, who, of course, ran a disastrously unsuccessful Senate campaign previously. And then ultimately Trump made him ambassador to the Bahamas.
Mike Tyson goes, he's not a racist. He's my friend. He's been there from the beginning, good times and bad. But Mike Tyson's a great guy, and he was so loyal, always been loyal. And Herschel Walker, speaking about loyal, how good a football player was Herschel? Herschel Walker, now he's ambassador to the Bahamas. I don't know, Bahamas, Bermuda. Is he Bahamas? Whatever. It's a nice place. You'd like that, Bruce, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Bruce?
Anyway, he is ambassador to the Bahamas, not to Bermuda. Not that it really makes any difference to Donald Trump. And then finally, Trump talking about Harmeet Diller, except her name is Harmeet Dillon. Not exactly a winning Black History Month event.
New Secretary of Labor, Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Diller. How are you doing? How are you doing with Harvard? How are you doing with Harvard? Harvard's extremely discriminatory, unfortunately, and it's working good. Harmeet is on their trail, right? Good. You keep suing them. The hell with them. I like the historically black colleges and universities.
Historically black colleges and universities. Anyway, Trump naming black people he knows, whether he knows their names or not. Black History Month for Donald Trump. Not exactly awesome, but one thing that looked really ugly at this event was Donald Trump's rotting hand. Haven't talked about it for a while. Let's discuss. If you're trying to get away from cigarettes or vaping, one of the first practical questions is what you replace them with, especially if you're not ready to eliminate nicotine immediately. Check out our sponsor, Zippix Nicotine Toothpicks. Zippix uses quality plant-derived nicotine with a very short list of ingredients. It gives you another option for managing nicotine with no smoke or vapor. Zippix comes in 6 flavors. There's 2 or 3 milligram options, lets you control the nicotine as compared to a cigarette or vape. They're also easy to use throughout the day and in places where smoking or vaping isn't allowed, or it would require you to step out conspicuously for a cigarette, which can cause other problems. Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 toothpicks if you're reducing nicotine altogether or don't even use it at all. If you're tired of cigarettes or vaping, try Zippix Nicotine Toothpicks and get 10% off your first order with code Pakman at zippixtoothpicks.com. The link is in the description. You must be 21 or older to order. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.